Hello again. Now, people have seen me on my Instagram being trained by my coach, Brian, and they've said to me, "Oh, the coach has a coach?" Yes, coaches also have coaches, and there are many reasons why coaches have coaches. I want to talk about why I have a coach, but before I do, I must tell you that when I began my fitness journey many years ago, I played team sports, and as you know, you can't play team sports like basketball or soccer without a coach. The coaches were there to make sure our fitness levels were up to standard, to train us with different set pieces, to make sure we all got along with each other and gel as a team, and to hold each other to account. Well, individual coaching is no different. So when I decided to stop team sports and get into the gym, I started by joining group training sessions in the gym because there was an instructor who guided us. Although I must say there was a lot of cheating going on in group classes. People didn't always push themselves, and since it was a group class, the coach didn't focus on individuals but on the entire class. Well, I then transitioned to weight training on my own. But that too led me to a very comfortable place. I would lift manageable weights, but I never pushed myself to go harder. So what did I do? I got a coach who pushed me so hard. I built some beautiful muscles and I became so strong. So this motivated me to go back to school and train to become a personal trainer myself, so I could train and help others. I now train lots of people, but I also get trained by my trainer, Brian. When I'm being trained, I have to forget I'm a trainer myself and I have to follow what he tells me to do. Brian makes me train and lift better, and he pushes me to go that one extra rep. I also get to be a better trainer because I keep learning from him. He makes me accountable, and even after our sessions, we continue to talk and share useful training tips and methods. I may be a trainer who helps people reach their body goals, but I too have goals, and my trainer is there to help me reach my goals. So these are the reasons why trainers also need trainers. Okay, so I love boxing, and after searching long and hard for a boxing club in my city, and I could not find any, I decided to get my trainer, who is not a boxing coach, to learn how to box. It was baby steps when we started 2 years ago, when neither of us knew anything about boxing, but we've come a long way, and now we're boxing like semi-pros, and we're still trying to get better. So this was our session this morning, after much deliberation and trials with different moves. And because I'm a trainer myself, we try to work through the different moves together, and we do it beautifully. Well, Brian now has other boxing clients as a result of this collaboration. So let me talk about my trainer, Brian. Brian is a professional bodybuilder, and I watched and followed him during his preparations for shows, and it's quite intriguing because the amount of dedication and hard work he puts into it would not yield the results he gets without having a trainer. Yes, Brian also has a coach who helps him prepare for his competition. I had a chat with Brian about why trainers need trainers. Listen to the chat. So, hello, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. This is Brian. Brian is my trainer. Okay, as you all know, I'm a trainer, but I also need a trainer, and Brian is my trainer. I train with him every single week. Now, Brian, I would like you to answer a few questions for me. I want you to tell me why you think I need a trainer. Now, let me tell you a bit about Brian. Brian is a bodybuilder. So he's a professional bodybuilder because he competes in bodybuilding competitions. So, Brian, tell me why you train me. Why did I hire you to be my trainer, and yet you know that I train other people?
Basically, in my personal opinion, I think as much as you can train on your own, there's times where motivation is not there. So you need somebody to push you to that give you that bit of edge. Because let's say, particularly if you have a goal to reach, and goals are not that easy to reach on your own when there's no support, no motivation on the side. Basically, just the trainer will push you to the ends, that places that you wouldn't go. I mean, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say you leg press 150 and you've always done 150. The coach would probably push you to do 200, and you'll be surprised that, wow, okay, I could actually do it because there's somebody behind me.
Yes.
That's helping me and letting me know that this is possible. I can do it.
Right. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, because that's what I feel when I train with you. You just push me a little bit harder. And when I train my people, I find myself, I push them the way you push me. But when I train myself, I may not necessarily push myself to the limit. I kind of like get into a comfort little zone all by myself. Is that correct?
I mean, I also do the same thing. I'm not going to lie. Like recently now, I was on prep, and I've always sort of like had a coach that will help with the nutrition side of things, like just give me guides there and there. But this year, I had a coach who actually gave me a training program. And believe me or not, I mean, that training program was probably like the hardest thing I've ever done, especially the first 2 weeks. I could not finish some of the exercises, yet I've been training for over 10 years. So you can see what the coach can do for you. I mean, I don't know of any professional athlete that does not have a coach that pushes them. I mean, I'm not saying we're professionals in terms of the work we do, but I'm talking about sprinters, rugby players. I mean, these guys have coaches behind them. Whether it's off season, in season, they follow a program that was scripted by a coach for them.
You also feel that, I feel that too, that having a coach also makes you accountable. There's somebody who's making you accountable, somebody you can go to and say, listen, this is what I've done. If I've done it right, if I reached a plateau, or he just pushes you harder or tells you, no, I think you've done enough, you need to slow down. Do you think that is also part of this whole thing of having a coach?
Yeah, definitely, because you see, like, I know, I mean, not particularly you, because I think you are a little bit self-motivated in a sense, but I can tell you now, 60 to 80% of my clients, if they were not training with me, they would probably not go to gym, or they wouldn't even exercise. In fact, if I see them twice a week, they only train twice a week. If I see them 3 times a week, they only train 3 times a week. They wouldn't say, okay, well, today my coach I'm not seeing him, let me do something on my own. So I'm just that like accountability partner to them.
That's great. Thanks so much, Brian. And if you see me, follow me on my Instagram, you see Brian's on those videos that I'm on all the time, especially when I'm on my veranda. He's there pushing me. And believe me, even when I'm in the gym by myself, he may not be there present, but I do go back and tell him what my progress has been, and he does give me tips on, I think you should do a bit more of this and that. And
you do always tell me like what you did, and then so that we don't like repeat the same things or things like that.
Yes, and it does help. You'll see a boxing session that we did this morning where we're actually working together to create a routine, but he's leading me because he's my coach. And the great fun we have when we do those things. So it does help to train a coach. It's a lot more fun, right? To train a coach who kind of has an idea of what they're doing and knows what they're doing. And it makes your life easier too if you're training a coach, right, Brian?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, especially I'll refer again to this prep. It was probably the most easiest prep mentally. So it was not taxing mentally, because I did not think of, okay, what I'm going to train today, what I'm going to eat. It was all there in front of me. So that's what coaches do. They make your life easy. All you do is you've got to show up and do what you've got to do. So,
well, I'm grateful I have Brian. So those who are coached by me, also are grateful to have me as a coach. So there's Brian and myself, we're both coaches, and follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much, Brian. And I'll see you in the next session.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. I know you're watching and reading my blogs because you want to get into shape and live a healthy lifestyle. And you're probably trying to do this all on your own. If you're getting results this way, then you're on the right track. However, if you want to see real results where you look and feel great, then you must consider getting a trainer to help you on your journey. Drop me a comment or an email if you'd like a coach. Till the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.